Hi everybody, welcome along to Shakedown. This is episode 33, and in this episode I'm going to be talking about maintaining relationships. Now I'm going to break this video down into two parts. The first thing I'm going to be talking about is family life. I'm going to be talking about how that you can maintain a relationship with your family members. The second thing I'm going to be talking about is actual relationships. So how do you actually maintain a healthy relationship? So we're going to get right onto it. I hope you like this video. Leave it in the comments below whether or not you agree or disagree with what I've just said. And we are going to keep it moving right here on Shakedown. So it's become very common that some of us don't have a relationship with a long one, and it's because of conflict. It's because maybe they don't have the means of communication, to actually contact a loved one, or maybe it's just because of work that they choose not to delve into being a family person. And even though that we are building up ourselves, it's so important to actually be a family member. That's what I would argue anyway. It's so important to actually try and be there. We can't just simply make it so late that we don't do enough for that family member. These days people only act when it comes to funerals. Like you kind of get to the conversation with the person and you're like, when was the last time you actually seen that person? And you're like, my God, I didn't do enough. I didn't said enough. I could have actually spoke to him one of the days and I never got round to it because of work and everything. But that's really what happens. We should celebrate people whilst we're still alive. And whilst we're still alive, we need to break it down into how we can actually do that. And I'm going to explain how you can have or maintain, I need a better word, a relationship with a family member. So for the first thing that you got to do is have having fun with your family. Have fun. Develop a ritual, develop a time where you can all spend together and you can make good memories. So you could have a board game night or a film night or something fun to do, something that would get them all engaging, and you can build up memories over time with it. Develop a ritual around it as well. So if it's a weekly thing, great. If it's a monthly thing, great. At least then you got something to look forward to, something that you could actually build upon, and something that you don't necessarily have to plan. But if you want to plan, that's your own prerogative. But it's to do with trying to build up a good stable family life. You have to be wary. That's the other thing. Be wary of the rough times, because the rough times will come. Sometimes you got to take a step back, to kind of take away from yourself from the problem. Give yourself a moment to have a clear head before dealing with a certain situation, and then be able to talk about it in a logical manner. And now some people are emotional, and some people deal with things based on emotion and everything. But sometimes you need to be able to work through your problems with a clear head. So tough times will come. The most important thing for me is communication, and that's the next thing. You have to state that you want a strong relationship with a family member. State that state with what you feel. Express yourself. Express yourself to do things. So that's really what I want. That's really what I would be focusing on most of all, is communication. And also, one of the other things that you could be doing is just try and nurture fondness and affection. Giving people positive feelings towards one another, compliment them, support them, support their growth, support their who they are as people. It's just heartwarming to try and have that sort of thing where these compliments can go a long way. We know that the world is cold and everything else, but like in a family, once they know that they got you back and they got you back for life, it's a great thing. So try and compliment your family members. Try and say how much you're proud of them, how much you've actually developed from this to that, and the rest will take care of itself. And that's the best thing I could actually advise you on being a strong family member, maintaining the relationship with that family member. So we come to the part of the video where I talk about having a healthy relationship with a partner. Now, having a relationship with a partner is a wonderful thing. I meet many couples and they tell me that they've been together for donkey's years. I'm talking like 30, 40, even 50 years. And I always ask them, how do they do it? And some just tell me about communications, which I'll talk about in a second. And others, they'll just say that they make each other laugh. And many people just say they don't actually know how they manage to do it. Now, relationships do stand the test of time. And it can be done. So what I will do is talk about how you can have a healthy relationship. So the first thing that you have to do is communicate with a partner. Communication is so key at the moment. It's so key. You can't make assumptions with a partner. You can't, because you just end up getting things wrong. You don't want to make assumptions at all. You can't let your emotions dictate your behavior. The thing is, if you're not happy with something, you got to talk about it. If you're feeling down about something, you got to talk about it. You got to work things through. You got to know your partner. You got to understand your partner, and try and just communicate as best as you can, so it avoids having conflict. The second thing that you got to do is having trust and respect. Trust is so paramount. It's so big to have, but it's so easy to lose. So try not to destroy that trust by doing something that's just silly, doing something that's just mad, like cheating or or doing something that's just crazy, that's so dramatic. But cheating is the big thing. Don't cheat. Never cheat. If you don't want to end up going out with that person, if you don't want nothing to do with that person, just say it. It just makes things a lot easier. So, try and just, honor that trust, and make sure that you give respect to your partner. Now, your relationship is it's going to be about give and take. To be brutally honest, it's going to be about give and take. There's several things that your partner's not going to be able to have many things in common with you. You have different ideals, different beliefs and opinions, and you're going to have to respect all that. So it's important that you try and do that also. Team approach. Now, tough times will come. As I said, conflicts will come, and this is where communication comes in as well. You are a team. No matter what happens, you are a team. You got to have that whole take on the world philosophy. It's you and against the rest of the world, and it's so important to have that. Support each other. You got to have each other's back. So try and do that as well. And finally, dealing with problems. Now every relationship will have its problems. Hard times will come, as I explained before. The best thing that you got to do is just address the differences that you got. You know, don't hold the grudges. You know, don't just work through through the matter. Work through it. You know, as best as you can, and as clear-headed as you can possibly be. Sometimes you do have to take a step back, as I said before, but ultimately you're gonna have to come together. You're gonna have to come and have a resolution, and you're gonna have to, you know, try and compromise as well. That's another thing that couples tell me as well. You just brought into my head. They do compromise, so you have to kind of, you know, find a way to compromise and like try to deal with the situation as best as you can. So there you have it. That is the whole video for maintaining relationships. I broke it down into two parts. One is for family, the other is for being a couple. And I hope you enjoyed what you've seen. Let me know in the comments below what you think. It's always good to hear some feedback. So let me know what you think. And also let me know and all the other stuff what you think about as well. I've been doing this since March, and I am totally appreciative of the support that's been given to me. So thank you very, very much for your support. I couldn't have made all of this stuff without you guys supporting me and making me having to do this every week. So thank you. If you want to follow us on Shakedown, you can. We're on Facebook. You can get me at Shakedown 2018. Instagram is Shakedown _18. That's Shakedown _18, and you'll be able to find us there. So in the meantime, keep it real, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.